Jack it up. All right, what's up, everybody? It's Ganksy. We are back again for No Mercy Cash Scrims. Let's jump onto the emulator, have a look at the lobby here. We've got 83 in the room. We are just waiting for the last couple of people to get in here, and then we're going to kick things off for match number 1. It's going to be on ERANGEL today. We've got a new map rotation, and I'm so excited about it. We're going to have ERANGEL, Miramar, ERANGEL, where we're doing the proper comp maps, and we're going to kick things off right now for game number 1. Welcome everybody who's just joining the stream as well. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. It's a beautiful time for scrims. We've got Group B followed by Group A. So Group A is going to be happening in a couple of hours from now. After our Group B matches, there will be a separate stream. I'll get the link up in the chat for you guys so you can see that. We're just going to set up the next room right now so that we can jump straight into the next room after this match. So we've got a whole bunch of teams in here today. As you can see on your screen in front of you, we've got 25 teams in the lobby. Got a couple of new teams here as well. Couple of teams from last week did progress onto into Group A. So that was Team Arrow, one of the teams. They won it last week. So we're here. We've got our first flight path for ERANGEL on our first map. And it is a flight path. It's from Mill to Power all the way to Primorse. Quite a southerly flight path we've got here across the lower part of the middle island on ERANGEL. That's gonna mean a fair bit of congestion for teams wanting to rotate to the northern parts of the map. Teams will be looking to get into vehicles, rotate to their favored looting locations. We've already got a couple of teams out of the plane already. We've got MNX, team number 8, which is a Nepalese team, Moshka ESPORTS Nepal. They're heading towards a bit of a split drop around the Milta area. We've got Zero Def, one of our PMCO teams, heading towards Mansion. Max Official look like they're doing a bit of an XQF strategy around the farm area. We've got a few teams heading towards the Pubg as well. VG Velocity Gaming, they're heading there. Looks to be contested with team number 13, which is WMN Esports. We've got a lot of teams in the Pachinki area, which is where we are right now. Team number 1, Rivals. Let's get an aerial overview here. Quite a lot of teams. Vengeance, another PMCO team from the wildcard region, going up against Echelon, team number 11, and Watch My GP Shogun is all by himself. Where is the rest of his team? We know Watch My GP love to drop in Pachinki. Pachinki is their home, but right now they're having to share that home with Team Harsh, Vengeance, Echelon. Team number 1, which is Rivals, a team I saw in the lobby. I saw my buddy Iram there. We've got CO Official as well. Team number 20, which is CO Revolution, an Australian team here in Pachinki. But Rivals, I saw Iram on the team. He's from Andromeda. We played against them in the wildcard PMCO. A fantastic team. Many of their players from Australia and Oceania. This is absolute madness. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in Pachinki. This is the No Mercy Cash Scrims. Welcome everybody. This is how we roll. Everybody's just looting up. I've never seen so many teams in Pachinki in a scrim before. This is the calm before the storm. Teams are just grabbing whatever land, whatever weapons, whatever angles they can get their hands on. You can see that CO Revolution is the first team to just back out. They're saying, no way do we want to fight 5 other teams for Pachinki. Warrior is on the foot. Falcon, he has found a UAS for himself. And he's just getting out of dodge. He's saying, I'm out. Mondo looking for an angle here, but we've seen Rivals getting a knock onto Team Harsh. Rivals pushing up now. Mr. Ninja. They're about to go into a 1v2 against Nasty from Team Harsh. Nasty completely surrounded right now. Looking to back away. Opening doors. He's trying a bit of subversion here, trying to put them off the scent. Divine comes out. He gets him with the micro Uzi. Gets the confirm. Almost gets a double, but Ninja gets the refrag. Nasty goes down. Team Harsh on the ropes here. Double knocks. Ninja has been first. Nasty has been firsted by Ninja. Zorro is knocked. Looking in a bad position. Shogun now taking shots at Team Harsh. Team Harsh have to defend against Watch My GP seeing that they've been battle wounded. But over here on the other side, Depan pushing in. Too soon pushing up. Depan putting in work from the side. He's got a couple of knocks from Echelon. Arceus, Freak, the last player standing too soon in the double stack house. Has that high ground position. Gets knocked by Arceus. Depan now, the sole remaining player from Vengeance. Can he do it? He's got to clutch it up in a 1v2 here, but he gets caught by Arceus round the side. Meanwhile, in the battle between Watch My GP and Rivals, Shogun has been knocked. Sora getting a side angle here. Spots out KO. Black Label 9K has the information on Sora. Going for the clutch grenade here. That grenade could take Sora out, and it does. Beautiful grenade there from Black Label 9K. That puts a lot of pressure. Sora was holding the side angle there. That's going to give Rivals the opportunity they need to push up and hopefully for them take out Watch My GP. But Watch My GP, they know Pachinki well. This is home territory for Watch My GP. Mondo looking to make a rotation around to get the revive onto Sora. Smoke grenades go out to cover the push for the revive. Shogun holding an angle here. He's going to have to fend off 3 players from Rivals. It's been an absolute bloodbath here in Pachinki. You can see Team Harsh just rotating out in the background. They've had enough. They're going to make their way towards zone. We'll get a quick look at where the circle is. So, circle, that's a military circle. I can see why a couple of these teams have made early rotations. Without a doubt, that circle is going to go to the military island. Have a look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Most of the circle is on the Sosnovka military island, and Max Official is the first team to make it there. We see Team Harsh, the team we saw rotating out of Pachinki earlier. They are already making their way across the bridge. They are already at the bridge. They could look to hold that position there. Mondo on the rooftops now. They've got Rivals surrounded. They're going to have to be careful, though, because Echelon could third-party this engagement. Echelon finishing up Team Vengeance on the other side of Pachinki. They could look to third-party this engagement if they were able to sandwich Watch My Gameplay here. That's going to put Watch My Gameplay in big trouble. Mondo pushing up. Mondo knows he's got a timer on this engagement. They're going to have to clean it up if they want to get out of here and make that rotation towards the bridge. It's a military circle. They don't want to be stuck in Pachinki for too long. They are in the circle at the moment. But when you see a circle like that pop on the map, you know you need to get a move on. Make those early crucial rotations to get to the next zone. This is Group B, so the teams from Group A will be playing in the next couple of hours. I will put the stream in the chat for Group A. Shots rain out. Shogun has been knocked. Kenzo will be able to get the revive. Ked is just over it. He's pushing up. He's got the micro Uzi. Taken down to 1 HP though. Wasn't able to pre-fire that. Mondo comes in, gets the knock. Black Label now gets the refrag though. Will be able to first as well. Gets the first. Gets the confirm. Sora now pushing up. Black Label has to go on the defense. Not enough time to go for the revive here. Sora's pushing around the corner. He may be able to get the revive, but Black Label going for the revive now. Sora has 6 seconds on the clock. 9 seconds as the revive starts again to get the push in here. Get that squad wipe. This engagement has gone on for far too long for these teams. It's going to cause them a lot of problems. Rivals down to 3 players. Mr. Ninja on the side. Watch my GP down to 3 players as well. Let's have a look around the zone. We can see Team Harsh are now camping the bridge area. Echelon have moved to a compound to the north. Velocity Esports holding a compound at school apartments. And we've got a crash here between Royal Flush, Sun, the last player. He's making his way across the bridge. He's been chased out by Team 25 Extra Esports. So, oh, he's not the last player, but Sai has been knocked off the buggy. Extra Esports looking to push up, take control of this bridge area. Sai will bleed out with no hope of getting revived. Meanwhile, on the other bridge, we've got an engagement between Victor Gaming and MNX Esports Nepal. Carnage holding the ridgeline. Bandit and Bunny have been knocked, and Carnage getting taken out by Nemo there from Moshka Esports Nepal. They will be able to hold this bridge area. Now, the next circle is going to pop any moment soon. You can see Royal Flush official. Very split up Sun in the middle of the map. Toomsy and Nuvi near Ferry Pier. Circle has popped and it's gone. It's gone to the military island, although about 15% of the zone is on the North Island. We could see a hard shift. We can already see Mongolian Pro. He is just holding a position here on the edge of the cliffside near Divinity, team number 10. Divinity knew if Mayhem is able to spot out Mongolian there, he's got too much cover though. The ridgeline blocking his view. Looks like Mongolian, they're just going for a swim. Teams will be making their way towards the bridge. We can already see CO Pirates now in an engagement. Revolution with MNX. Zayop getting a knock there. Nemo pushing in the UAZ. Lunatic, the last player left. He's underneath the bridge, going for a swim. Nemo and Zaynop just holding this bridge area here on the Novo Bridge side. Now we've got Team Extra. They realise there's a team at the other end of this bridge, and it's Team Harsh. Meanwhile, Rivals and Shogun, Rivals and Watch My Gameplay battling here. Sora taken out. Watch My Gameplay getting wiped by Rivals in Pachinki. Another team has entered the area as well. It's team number 19, Rogue Nation, for the win. Rogue Nation for the win. Did they just get the squad wipe onto Rivals? They did. They came in third party that engagement. Getting the squad wipe there. So Rivals going out early. All the teams from Pachinki that chose to stay in the Pachinki area have been punished for that. Lunatic now underneath the bridge, just trying to hold on. He's the last player in his team. We've got Velocity Esports looking to make a push across the bridge. We've got Extra on one side. Max Official holding the southern part of the zone. Not too many teams in the military island yet. We've got Team 22, Dark Tonic, making a move across farm. Looks like Mongolians did swim across. Now they're looking for teams that are swimming in the water, taking shots at Divinity New. Mongolian Royal just taking pot shots at Divinity, seeing if he can get a lucky shot across the blue, across the water. They've got Divinity New on the rocks. Mayhem just trying to dodge these bullets. Velocity Esports now making their way across the bridge. Moshka Esports Nepal have already crossed. The beaches here on the Sosnovka military island will be an absolute bloodbath if teams are looking to cross, because we've got teams like Mongolian here holding them off. Divinity are in all kinds of trouble. Team number 22, Dark Toxic now making a move across the bridge. Venomous with the bolt action puts a shot out. Mongolians were able to get a knock onto one of the players. They've got another knock as well. Wolfie almost getting taken out there. They've got one kill here. Royal just taking pot shots with the M24. He's got a 4x on that bad boy, and he's just looking for a pick onto Divinity New from across the bridge. Meanwhile, Extra are full sending onto Team Harsh's position. Extra taking out Team Harsh. They were holding that bridge area, but Extra have pushed up. This is a team Unsolved was telling me before the matches. He said, keep an eye on this team. They won one of the scrims earlier in the week. A brand new team for Group A. Team Extra, Sport, Jerry, Zinks, and Zoo B. So we're going to be keeping an eye on these guys tonight. They've certainly made a statement, pushing a couple of teams, taking some shots at Royal Flush Official. Royal Flush Official were relegated from Group A down into Group B, so they're fighting tonight to get back into Group A. But they're fighting with all of these other teams that also want to get into Group A, because the top 5 teams from Group B will qualify for Group A. All right, we've got our next circle, and it is dead center on the Sosnovka military base. There is only one team that is slightly in the zone, and it is Max Official on the side of the island. Meanwhile, we've got Toomsy from Royal Flush Official. These guys are just swimming. His whole team in the water. Sun swimming as well in a red zone. We've got Team 4 swimming up behind them, which is Dragon Warriors. We've got Divinity New making their way across, but gatekeeping them is going to be Dark Toxic, who are holding the beachfront. Let's have a look at some of these other rotations. The bridge area looking fairly congested. We've got Echelon at the bridge as well. Arceus, Freak, and Icarius. They're taking shots at team number 18. Team Plague. Team number 19, Rogue Nation for the win. The team we just saw in Pachinki taking out the Pachinki Bandits. Icarius getting the knock onto Rambo, though. Rambo peaking a little bit too long with the Car 98. They're not in the next circle, so they're going to have to get a move on. But look at all the teams they are going to have to cross past. I feel sorry for these teams right now. They've got to deal with each other if they want to get across that bridge. And then sitting on the other side of the bridge is Team Extra. You can see Velocity Esports are making a swim for it now. Freak does have the VSS. Aquarius taking shots with the Car 98. Team 13, WMN. They're pushing in behind Rogue Nation. COVID 666 and COVID 69 getting shots. They've gotten a knock onto one of the members of Rogue Nation, but they have been picked up. The Blue Zone now is pushing in. These teams are in all kinds of trouble. We've got Velocity Esports in the area as well. They're getting engaged upon by COVID 69. Prevail being taken out there. The Blue Zone has hit them. COVID 69 spotting Triggs there. Getting the knock on to Triggs, going for the confirm as well. But these guys are going to have to get a move on as the Blue Zone is now pushing forward. Team 18, Plague. They've gotten in the Dacia. Blue Zone pushing in. Echelon getting into their vehicles as well. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath as these teams try and get across the bridge, and waiting on the other side of the bridge is going to be Team Extra. You can see they're right next to each other. We've got a car battle here. Aquarius, the last player. Plague getting a squad wipe from the Dacia. But they're going right into the waiting arms of Team Extra. Team Extra getting the squad wipe there onto Plague. Team Extra getting those crucial kill points there. Now COVID is the last player. 666 making a mad dash across the bridge, but Team Extra just getting even more kills. They're just farming up this bridge area, sitting on 8 kills now. We're down to 11 teams. Next circle has popped, and Max Official have been playing it so safe all this game, but these guys are rotating in. Rogue Nation now making their way across the bridge. Juggernaut leading the charge for Rogue Nation for the win. Goes for the water, realizing that an entire team is in there. The rest of his team getting knocked. Juggernaut, the last player now, he's firmly in the blue. Team Extra spots him. Outdo Sport gets the final confirm there onto him, but Velocity Kayak has managed to get into the next circle, looking for a safe way in. He's got to contend with Dark Toxic though in the vicinity, and he's on the freewheeler bike as well. Okay, so the teams we have that are in the circle, Mongolians have made it in. Moshka, Nepal Esports also in the zone. Nemo's got an interesting position here up on the tower, taking shots. Taking shots at his team. He's got eyes on Max Official as well. Spots out Joker. He does have that Car 98. If Joker doesn't have a level 3 helmet, Nemo could get a very nice headshot here. So we can see Mongolians making their way in. Circle is closing. Extra making their way into the circle. Royal Flush getting in as well. They should be able to enter the circle uncontested. Meanwhile, Kayak quite close to Dark Toxic. He's taken down a 1 HP. He's going to have to heal up here. He's in a 1v3 situation at the edge of the circle. Pushing up, and it's not enough there. He gets taken out by Dark Toxic. The next circle is about to pop here as it closes in. Let's have a look on where this circle goes, and Moshka Nepal Esports get the zone. Team Extra in the circle as well. Nemo getting a knock onto Jerry, so Nemo putting in a bit of work here up on the tower. Moshka Esports Nepal. He's got Joker in his sights. Spots out Choco Bar, but he's been spotted out. He's going to have to get behind some cover. Extra not happy about having that player knocked. Max Official making their rotation in. Joker and Loner moving into the circle. They're going to take shelter in one of these bunkers here, giving them a lot of hard cover to work with. Team number 3, a team we haven't really seen much of tonight so far. Dragon Warriors having an excellent rotation in the circle as well. We're down to 9 teams here in Circle 5. Things are starting to heat up even more as teams are fighting over limited space in the zone. Lunatic, the last player from CO Revolution, absolutely surrounded here. He's just hiding in this shack. Mayhem, if Mayhem spots him in here, Mayhem is just going to push into this shack and take him out. Lunatic getting taken out by Divinity New, taking us down to 8 teams. Sun spots out Nemo. Where was Sun there? UV and Sun, they are over here at the silos, just holding the edge of circle. Sun has eyes on Extra. Royal Flush Official looking to make their way back into Group A. Back into the top 5. They need to have standout performances on all these maps. Divinity New in an engagement here on the edge of circle with Dark Warrior. Only one player remaining. There's several knocks on either side. Wolfie and OO, the last player standing. Could Wolfie be going for the clutch here? He's getting some smoke for his teammates. Dark Warriors have gotten the revives up. Gets another knock. He's going for the confirms, going for the kill points. They've got 4 on the board already. Can he make it a couple of more? He's looking the first up Sandeep, but he doesn't realise there's 2 players from Divinity right next to him that are getting revived. But they could get third-partied as well. Wolfie, if Wolfie can pull off this clutch. No, did he just go out to his own grenade? He just died to his own grenade. What? Okay, I don't know why he did that. Meanwhile, Royal Flush here, they're standing right on top of Max Official. These guys are both sharing a bunker. They're not in circle. Where has the circle gone to? Extra, Moshka, Nepal Esports are in the next circle. UV getting a knock with the Mini 14 onto Extra. He's got the nade cooked. They're looking for a way that they can push into Max Official, but their best move for them might just be to get into the US and push up to where Moshka Nepal Esports are. We're down to 7 teams, ladies and gentlemen, in game number 1 of the No Mercy Cash Scrims for Group B. Team Extra with a good position in zone. This is the team we've been told to watch for. Sun making a push. Toomsy has been knocked. Sun and UV looking to get in. They're tagged quite low. UV now the last player left. He's got to push in here. Nemo taking out the rest of his players here. Moshka Nepal Esports wiping Royal Flush Official there. Teams just looking to make a way in. Dark Warriors just getting into the zone. Mongolian Royal cooking up a nade. That nade looks good. If that gets around the corner, that will take him out. He just manages to survive from the nade. He gets right into the corner there. Circle has popped again. The next nade, though, from Royale takes him out. We're down to 4 teams. It's Moshka Nepal Esports. It's Team Extra. Team 22. Dark Toxic and Mongolians. Extra looking strong here to take out game number 1. 13 kills on the board. That's a very, very high kill count. Zoob now looking to push up and take out Dark Toxic here all by himself. His teammates have pushed in. They've gotten 1 knock. They've gotten another knock. That was they were getting a bit ahead of themselves there. Both those players could get firsted up. Zoob now getting confirmed there from Nemo. Nemo stealing the kill for Moshka Esports. Zainop has been knocked. Zinx Doesn't look like he can get revived here, and it does look like Dark Toxic have a good position here if they can get round this corner. I mean, but Extra will be spotting that rotation. Jerry taking shots, gets one knock on to Dark Knight. Spots out Venomous. If he catches that one pixel of his head, he will be able to get the knock there. Oh, and they have the next circle as well. No, it goes to Moshka ESPORTS. Mongolian Royale here. He's been doing a fantastic job getting into the next zone. He's right on the edge here. Look at the space. Look at the open space between these four teams. It's an absolute kill box. Very difficult rotation to make for Extra and Dark Toxic. Moshka can just stop those pushes. Nemo pushing up in the vehicle. Hits the ground. He's shooting. He's creating a fortress there with that UAZ. Sport knocked by Nemo. Nemo putting in the work here. Nade almost takes him out. That's Team Extra going out there. They go out in fourth. We're down to 3 teams. Mongolian took out Zainop. Nemo putting in the work here. We're in circle 8. This next circle will close in on itself. And Dark Toxic Mongolian with the nade kill. Getting one more kill. It's a 1v1 here between Venomous and Nemo. Dark Toxic versus Moshka ESPORTS Nepal. Both of these players have hard cover. Venomous only has bandages. Nemo 4 first aid kits. This next circle will close in on itself. Nemo has the ability to out-heal Venomous, but Venomous could push forward and go for the final kill. What will happen in this circle? The nade takes him down quite low. Nemo, though, does have the meds to survive. This next circle will close in on itself. Nemo realizing that UAZ could have blown him up. Cooks a nade. I didn't realize he had a grenade there, but it's not going to go far enough. Venomous has beautiful hard cover there. Nemo pushing up a little bit closer. Oh, he could have gotten the nade from there if he went for it from there. He's now in the center of the circle. I don't think Nemo realizes that he has the ability to out-heal Venomous here. Venomous now has... Actually, he now does have a... He's got 1 first aid kit. This is an absolute standoff here as we wait for the circle to close in on itself. Both of these players. Oh, that was close. Both of these players in an absolute standoff here. Let's have a look at their meds. Venomous with 1 first aid. Nemo has 3. He's just dancing. He's just waiting for it to close in. 14 seconds. The timer has appeared. Three, two, 1. The circle is now closing in. It's going to hit Venomous first. He's going to stand up. Nemo takes him out. Moshka Nepal ESPORTS taking out game number 1 on ERANGEL. Fantastic effort there as a three-man team. With only 3 players, they managed to get 14 kills. Dark Toxic there with 4 kills. Mongolians with 3. And Extra had quite a high kill count. So we will be back after a quick break, everybody. Thanks everybody who's tuned in so far. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you get notified of whenever we do go live. We will be back after a quick break for game number 2, which will be on Miramar. All right, we are back for game number 2 on Miramar. Hope everybody has been enjoying the new Miramar update. Apparently there are ways to fix the Winchester bug. Because there was an issue with the scope there for the Winchester. it wasn't fully zooming in. It was like a 1.2x instead of the 2.7x which was advertised. But we'll talk about some of our teams in Group B. So we've got Rivals in slot number 1, Royal Flush Official in slot number 2, Dragon Warriors in slot number 3, It's Your Funeral in slot number 4, Max Official are in slot number 5, Velocity Esports in slot number 6, Team Strangers slot number 7, Moshka Esports Nepal, the winners of our first game, in slot number 8, Velocity Gaming in slot number 9. We've got Divinity New in slot number 10, Echelon Gaming in slot number 11, Mongolians in slot number 12, WMN Gaming slot 13, Team Harsher in slot 14, Nepal Esports in the 15th slot, Watch My Gameplay in slot 16, Zero Death are in slot 17. We'll have to scroll down here to see them all. We've got Team Plague in slot 18, Rogue Nation for the win in slot 19, CO Revolution, an Australian team, in slot 20, Vengeance in slot 21, Dark Toxic in slot 22, TPS in slot 23, Vitris Metallics in 24, and in 25 we've got Extra Esports. So let's have a look at our flight path quickly. It was from Campo Militar down to the north of Ladriella. We've got Team Plague. They've gone for the safe drop in Campo Militar. Torre Amuda is being taken up by Royal Flush. Zero Death going to Tierra Bronca. El Azahar has Rivals and Vitris Metallics in it. We've got quite a few teams around the Minas Generales Junkyard area. Mongolians, Team 19, which is Rogue Nation for the win. Watch My Gameplay, of course, going to Picardo. Our first circle has popped. It is centered on Los Leones. We've got CO Revolution in Chumacera with Victor Gaming as well. Echelon have gone to Ladriella. Team number 13, that is WMN, the COVID team. They are going to Valdemar. Moshka Nepal Esports, Team 8, they are the winners of our first game on ERANGEL. They have headed towards El Pozo. We've got Team 3, which is Dragon Warriors. They are in El Pozo as well. And Team 20, Dark Toxic in El Pozo also. So let's see where things are going to heat up first. And it does look like it is kicking right off in the Minas Generales area. Velocity Esports taking shots from their high ground position. There's been some early casualties here. Juggernaut return fire, just trying to put some suppressing fire down while he can get a revive onto Wizard. Velocity Esports have the high ground here. Ego, Triggs, Scorch, and Kayak. Shaw peeks out. He does have an angle on them here. Scorch, so is it Scorch? Which one of them? Somebody's got a bolt action here. Is it Triggs? Triggs does have that M24. He's only got a hollow sight on it. And Kayak using that. He's using the new Winchester here. We saw it the other night in the No Mercy Asia scrims. That's going to be on a Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. If you're interested in tuning in for that, we do have some more scrims planned as well. But tonight, this is the No Mercy Cash Scrims Group B. Have a look around at the zone. It does look like Watch My Gameplay have Picardo to themselves. There are a couple of teams in El Azahar and team number 19, Rogue Nation for the win. Still fighting Velocity Esports. We've got team 24, which is Vitris Mortalix. They've almost gotten a knock onto one of the members of Rivals. A couple of them in a high ground position. S2 Kanzu here making the push. He knows that the player is low. Frag grenade goes out. That's a very hopeful frag grenade. I don't think that's going to get as far as he wants it to. They are pushing on to Ked. He is quite separated from the rest of his team. Black Label rotating around, trying to get another angle here. He's gonna find him, unless Black Label can get a high ground position, which is what he's doing, and provide some cover quickly. Ked is going to be in a whole world of trouble. Puts down a bit of smoke, cover his tracks. Does get knocked. I mean, the amount of firepower going into that room was just too much for him. Meanwhile, in Minas Generalis, there's been heavy casualties as Velocity Esports are now pushing up closer and closer to Rogue Nation for the win. Sure, here he could get caught out on a side angle by Triggs if he's not careful. Triggs pushing up. Could spot that player. Shaw, though, getting a knock onto Kayak. Wizard, though, does have the cover. Excellent cover here for Rogue Nation for the win. They have lost a player, though. Kayak taken out as well on the side of Velocity Esports. Shaw almost getting knocked there. Does get the frag onto Ego. Scorch by himself. Not a lot of meds, though. Here, Scorch is going for the revive. That could mean that Rogue Nation now turn their attention onto Triggs. Rambo coming around the side here. Does get the knock onto Triggs. Scorch trying to get the refrag onto Rambo here. Triggs will get firsted by Rambo. Scorch caught in open. Ego now the last player left on his team. It's been a bloody battle here. Can Ego clutch it up against Rogue Nation for the win, or will for the win take them out and send them back to the lobby? In game number 2, the stakes are high. The top 5 teams from Group B will qualify for Group A to fight for the cash prize next week. Rogue Nation, they were in one of our top teams in our last match. Rambo now pushing up, Ego pushing out. He has no meds. He's on a shred of health. So are several of the members of Rogue Nation. This fight has certainly taken its toll on both teams here. Wizard now pushing up the stairs. If Ego on 1 HP can manage to pull off this clutch, it would be an incredible clutch here. Does lean out. Does have the AKM, a very high damage weapon in close quarter combat. But Wizard catches him from the side. Rogue Nation taking out Velocity Esports there. They go out in 20th position. Rogue Nation looking to secure their spot, looking to secure that top 5 position to get themselves into Group A next week. And there is a lot of congestion here at the north side of zone. We've got Royal Flush making rotations around. They're quite close to zero death as well. Capo Blood feeding information to his team that there is another team in front of him. None of these teams have gunners in their vehicles, though. Royal Flush official might opt to get out of the vehicle, take some shots here. But it does look like they're focusing on getting into that next circle. We've got Plague and Psy now. Royal Flush official are separated. And it does look like Bikram has spotted Psy getting tagged up from multiple teams. Sangnam and Bikram taking shots at him. Wiz also trying to make his way into zone. Captain Blood looking to catch him. Almost crashing directly into him. Psy able to get away there, but will Wiz? Wiz is now trapped in a compound. Zero Death having angles on him. Captain Blood just sending some shots towards Psy. Psy was able to get there, but Wiz now is trapped in a compound here. You can see from the sight lines on the map that he's completely surrounded by Zero Death. Psy looking to defend him. Next circle has popped, and it is centered on Watch My Gameplay just north of Los Leones. We've got Victor Gaming here near an airdrop. And CO Revolution pushing up onto this compound as well. So it does look like CO Revolution want a piece of that airdrop, which is falling nearby. They're going to have to contend with Victor Gaming to get it. Baz, Bunny, Carnage, Bandit up against Junior Mortal, Pirate, Lunatic. Lunatic missteps there, getting knocked to fall damage. Now, I don't think these two teams know who's fighting who, so they wouldn't realize that one of the players is knocked, but this is the opportunity they need to take. Warrior is able to get the revive onto Lunatic there. Shots go out, though. Bunny does catch. Bandit now on the top of the ridge line. So Pirate's been knocked as well. Victor Gaming. Bunny's been knocked. There's a couple of knocks on either side. Warrior pushing in. Lunatic looking to also make the flanking maneuver around. Warrior getting a knock onto Carnage. Does get refragged. Lunatic, the last player here, getting taken out by Baz with the M416. Victor Gaming taking out CO Revolution early game. That's going to hurt their standings on the leaderboard. Victor Gaming looking strong here in game number 2 on Miramar. We'll have to keep an eye out for them. We've got teams now rotating in through the southern side of zone. Echelon are in the blue. One of their players getting knocked. Got team number 22, Dark Toxic, needing to make their rotation in as well. Royal Flush down to 3 players, losing one of their players early on. Holding a compound just near Ladriella. I have never seen this compound before. This must be one of the new compounds in the new update. It's amazing to see these new compounds in the game. Are these guys fighting someone? Or did they just nade their own teammate because he was AFK? I don't know. But look at this circle. 16 teams. They're all very spread out. Psy still having to make his way into zone. He's now on foot. If he's caught by enemies, plays Zero Death rotating past. I don't think they've seen him. He does hit the ground. We've got For the Win holding on to that Minas Generalis area. And they can just... Oh, Wizard's just about to walk over this ridge and spot Zero Death. He will see them. He sees that there's an entire team there. Will he take shots, or will he feed this information back to the rest of his team? Spotting a whole team rotating in to the graveyard area. He's showing a lot of restraint here. They're looking for that knock and confirm. Shaw, Rambo does have the M24. Rogue Nation with 5 kills already on the board. Looking very strong in game number 2 as well. They had a standout performance in game number 1. They managed to get a lot of kills and decent placements as well. They're going to need to keep up that consistency over our 3 matches. Bikram from Zero Death getting a knock onto Rambo with the Car 98. And Sai could third party this as well. Rogue Nation in trouble here. If Sai gets an angle on them, he could third party this fight. He could even get the squad wipe if he's able to get a couple of easy knocks. But Max Official get to zone again in game number 2. In game number 1, they got zone after zone. What are these guys doing? They're doing something right. They are in the dead center of zone in game number 2 on Miramar in Los Leones here. Sai spots Rambo. He could get the knock and confirm here. If he just peeks out, is he going to go for it with a minute left on the clock? Does he want to give his position away? I think Rogue Nation Shaw is going to realize he's there any minute now. Shaw will hear the footsteps. You can see Wizards now pushing out. They've been alerted that another team is in the vicinity. They don't realize that it's only one player. Nade does go out. Sai has been spotted now. Wizard would have seen him. He is pushing in open. Return fire though. Sai does peek out. Royal Flush don't want to be losing any more players in this early game stage. That nade goes out. I don't know if that nade was close enough to get him. It did go a little bit too far. It does show that they are within range to get the grenade. Rambo is rotating around the side here. Sai is in big trouble. He's going to need to get out of here. 8 seconds left on the clock before Circle 3 starts to close in on Circle 4. He's going to have to find a vehicle, and there does not look like there are any vehicles in the vicinity of this area. And Wizard is taking shots. These guys are fighting in the blue as well. Very risky to be fighting this far in the blue. The benefit for Sai here is that the rest of his team aren't here. They are further in the zone. They're all on foot here. Let's go have a look for closer in the zone and see team play. Papier here in the La Bandita. He's going up against Mongolian Royale. Mongolian Royale we've seen can be quite a deadly player even by himself. He was able to get his team a 3rd place position finish in our Erangel match in game number 1. But Team Plague spot him out there, and he goes out early in this game. That's going to hurt their standings on the leaderboard. We need to see that consistency for Rogue Nation now making their way into the circle. They're actually quite close to the rest of Royal Flush Official. Sun and Toomsy nearby. Sun and Toomsy are on the rotation though. These guys are just looking for a way in with a minute left on the clock. Max Official making their way into zone as well. Team Extra have been very quiet this match. Max Official as well. We do hear gunshots rain out though. Team Extra looking to catch some players rotating. Jerry spots out Sangnam and Zero Death. They're looking to engage from them and get some more kill points on the board. 4 kills already for Team Extra. This is one of our Group B teams who's definitely looking to get themselves into Group A. Rivals now rotating nearby. They were quite close to Team Plague though. Team Plague Team Plague, if they walk over that hill, they're going to have a high ground position onto Team Extra. That's going to put Sport in big trouble there, but they're looking to go to zone. These teams wanting to get into the next circle any way they can. Team Plague rotating right past Extra Esports. Zinks and Jerry here. They could easily take shots at Team Plague. Team Plague Joy running in open here. Icky's looking to make away, but they got Moshka Esports from the pile. They got Nemo with the bolt action car 98 here, taking shots from Los Leones. These guys are in zone with a high ground position, looking to capitalize on it and catch these teams rotating. We got Rogue Nation for the win, moving in. Oh, they could just absolutely farm up these kills. Nemo, Zane, Team Extra have been taken out by Zane OP. That's 2 players lost. Sport is stuck in the blue here. Moshka Esports Nepal looking to make a statement in game number 2, taking out Team Extra. They've lost most of their players so far, the rest of them trapped in the blue. Sport is going to have to make a rotation, but Nemo could spot him out as well. Circle has shifted in Circle 5 into Los Leones. This is going to be a vicious battle for the city here in game number 2 on Miramar. Rogue Nation for the win, just managing to get into zone. Sport, the last player remaining, he's just looking for a way to get into zone. Rivals rotating in. Moshka Esports Nepal looking for a way in as well. You can see knocked bodies everywhere. Watch my gameplay and Max Official with excellent positions in zone. Mondo trading shots with Max Official there. Look at the positioning of Watch My Gameplay. This is where they live. They love the big cities. They've moved out of Picardo here into Los Leones, and they have high ground positions on all of these teams, able to third party and take pot shots, steal knocks, left, right, and center. Moshka Esports Nepal rotate into this area as well. Can see Victor Gaming down in the valley. Bunny getting a vehicle explosion kill. Rogue Nation for the win also have pushed into this area. Watch My Gameplay taking shots at them. We're down to 12 teams. This is going to be vicious fighting in a Los Leones zone. Next zone pops and it goes down the hill, making things very difficult for all of these teams up here. Max Official, Watch My Gameplay, Rogue Nation for the win, and Moshka Esports. Spider getting to confirm there onto one of the players of Rogue Nation. Shaw. Nade goes out. Shaw could be about to run right into it. Shaw just managing to get past that nade. Does get taken out there by Watch My Gameplay. 25 seconds left on the clock. Teams are going to have to make difficult decisions here about how to make it into zone. Loner spots out Mondo. He's got eyes on the rest of Watch My Gameplay as well. He doesn't want them to get out of that building and make their way in. Royal Flush Official taken out as well. We're down to 6 teams. This circle is brutal. The only teams in it are Dark Toxic and Victor Gaming. Victor Gaming here, Quiet Achievers, taking shots at Mongolians. Bunny up there on the rooftop. He's able to just stand up. He spots out SGX. gets the almost, I don't know, we just glitched there, but X-Pro is the last remaining player on that team. Watch my gameplay, trying to get into zone. Moshka Esports looking to get their way in as well. Bazza getting a couple of confirms there. Zane P going for the revive. Dark Toxic pushing in. Dark Knight could push around that corner. Spot him out. Almost gets the knock. But Dark Knight able to get the confirms there. That takes Moshka Esports down to one player. And where is their remaining player? Baz is around the corner here. Baz is looking to push in. Just get into the next circle. Go for those placement points now. They've got 3 kills on the board. Meanwhile, Victor Gaming are in close proximity to watch my gameplay. Mondo getting knock after knock with the grenade. He's putting in the work with those frag grenades, and now they push in and they get the squad wipe onto Victor Gaming. Watch my gameplay. They have woken right up in game number 2, sitting on 9 kills. Bazza now pushing in, 4 players left. Almost getting the knock on to Kenzo. Kenzo does take him out. Dark Toxic getting taken out as well. Mongolians pushing in now. They've still got 2 players up. We're down to 3 teams now. It's Mongolian, Dark Toxic, and watch my gameplay. Watch my gameplay looking very strong here. 12 kills on the board. Only 1 player remaining. And Mondo wants to take it out here. He's standing right above that last player. Spots him out, jumps down with style. Mondo takes it out for game number 2 on Miramar. Watch my gameplay. The PMCO Mongolian team take out game number 2 with 5-9. 13 kills. Fantastic performance there from Watch My Gameplay. That's going to put them right up the leaderboard and put them in the running to qualify for Group A next week. So we had Dark Toxic in 2nd position, Mongolians in 3rd. Moshka Esports Nepal have been very consistent. No, they're certainly looking at punching their way into Group A next week as well, with a 4th place finish with 3 kills. Not a lot of points, but that consistency is what it's going to take to get them in the top 5 for Group A next week. Victor Gaming doing well also in 5th position. All right. We're going to go to a quick break while we set everything up for game number 3. We're going back, baby. We are going back to ERANGEL. So don't go anywhere. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will be back very shortly for game number 3 on ERANGEL, the game which will decide the top 5 teams of Group B who will qualify for Group A.
She likes to make it classy, even though she's not an addict. She likes to ride Ferrari. It's what I like, is what I got. And after hold the shit we're down, I wanna see you shine a light. I used to wanna feel the fire. I used to wanna feel the fire. She likes to ride Ferrari. Discover all of them desire. I used to wanna feel the fire. She likes to ride Ferrari. I used to wanna feel the fire. Jack it up.
All right, we are getting ready to kick off game number 3, our third and final game for Group B. And stick around, because after Group B, we will have Group A, and the top 5 teams from last week who qualified from Group B will be playing in Group A. All right, we're about to kick things off for our third and final match. We are back on ERANGEL, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a flight path from Severny down to Novo Rep Noye. Let's see if teams are going to make any decisions. We've got some of our teams that have been doing very well consistently. Moshka ESPORTS Nepal could be the team in the first position. They did have a win, and they did have a 4th place finish. Watched my gameplay winning that last game with a high kill count. We know they like going Pachinki, but they died early in Pachinki in the last game. Are they going to shift their strategy a little bit in the hopes of getting themselves into that top 5 position? Will we see Team Extra having a chicken dinner in our third and final game, getting them into that top 5 slot? We will see. We've got team number 3 already out of the plane. Dragon Warriors, Velocity Esports heading towards that Roshok School Apartments area with Divinity New. We've got Extra Esports out of the plane already with Rogue Nation Crusher, the IGL leader of Rogue Nation, for the win. They're headed towards Pachinki with Team Plague and Watch My Gameplay. We've got Dark Toxic making their way towards Farm. Zero Death heading towards that mansion area. Royal Flush Official on the way to Pubg. They're followed up by CO Revolution. Moshka Esports Nepal in the same position they were last game in that Milta area. And look at that circle. That circle has hard shifted away from all of these teams. All of these teams are going to have to be making early rotations to get into the circle, as it centers just to the south of the Gatka area. We've got Team 24, which is Vitreous Metallics, up against rivals in Novo Rep Noye. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a bunch of teams, an absolute bloodbath worth of teams here in Pachinki. We've got Watch My Gameplay, Team Extra, and Echelon. Actually, we've got Team Extra here. Some of the members of Watch My Gameplay look like they are backing off from this engagement. Interesting. They might be going to get other angles. Mondo and Spider are in the dead center of the city. We've got Echelon as well nearby. They're just holding it down in the back portion of Pachinki. Meanwhile, here in Novo Rep Noye, we've got rivals going up against Vitreous Metallics. Both these teams very separated from each other. They don't look very close at the moment. Rivals are looting up the crates area, whereas Vitreous Metallics are looting up around that house area. They are quite separated from each other and very spread out. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of members of CO Revolution. Looks like they're in the same compound as a member of Zero Death. Bikram there, caught out by COVID-69 with the micro Uzi, getting the final confirm there onto Bikram. That takes Zero Death down to 3 players in the early game, our first kill of the game. Rivals now engaging with Vitreous Metallics here in Novo Rep Noye. Anxiety getting knocked here at the side of the crates. Kenzu going for the revive. Black Label pushing around. Payne pushing around the side as well. Kenzu in a 1v2 here. He does have that micro Uzi, able to get an easy knock here. Able to get one knock, goes for the drop shot, but Payne a little bit too quick for him. Gets the knock, will be able to get the revive as well as Norman, and safe and push in to defend Vitreous Metallic's chances here. Norman almost getting a knock there, knocked himself. Safe and taking shots at Ninja. Ninja on 1 HP right now here in Novo Rep Noye. This is game number 3 of Group B. Goes for that confirm, getting those kill points. That gives them 1. Will he disengage from this situation? No, it does look like he's backing away a little bit, rotating. If he's able to push onto Ninja, and that would be an easy knock for him. Ninja only on 1 HP at the moment. Norman will bleed out. Doesn't look like Norman's gonna get revived here. And Black Label takes him out. That is Rivals picking up the early game squad wipe for them. That could be them on the path to greatness here. Meanwhile, Divinity knew they've rotated straight to Georgia Pole, making an early game rotation so they can loot up the crates area. Mongolians heading to Primorsk. Dark Toxic making their way all across the circle to the far west coast of the Erangel Island. That's going to give them excellent positioning in the late game. Let's see how that works out for them. Rogue Nation also rotating into the circle early, as our team playing Max Official. We've always seen Max Official get into good positions in these circles. We're definitely gonna see them at the top of the overall standings when we calculate the scores after our matches. If you do want to see where the final scores are, you can see links in the description of this video to my social pages, and we will be posting the scores there. The best place to look, of course, is the No Mercy Discord server. If you do want to register for these scrims, please join the No Mercy Discord server. The link is in the description of this video. Team Extra taking on Watch My Gameplay in their city. This is Watch My Gameplay's town here, Pubg. They drop here every scrim, but Team Extra, a new team that we've seen, and certainly one that's made a bold statement as to their capabilities as a fighting force. Nade goes out a little bit too far, doesn't catch Mondo. Jerry just holding that shack area at the bottom of the ridge. He will be looking to find. He's actually not going to have a lot of angles where he is. Mondo and Taco, they do have the high ground here. Mondo with the Scar L, red dot on it, able to deal damage at close and far range. Team Extra have to be careful here. They could get sandwiched between and Rogue Nation have entered the fray. Team Extra in big trouble now, getting sandwiched between not only Team Echelon but Rogue Nation for the win as well. Mondo getting knocked by Zoob. Sport almost taken out there. Rambo and Crusher getting the confirm there. Rogue Nation as a two-man team looking to get very aggressive here in game number 3. Sport now pushing up into the church area. Taco on the defense. Mondo has been knocked. That nade, I don't know where that nade is going to go, but Taco is on the outside of the church here. Zoob pushing in inside. Taco's about to go 1v2 here. Team Extra, too much. Getting the knock there. Jerry now pushing in. The rest of Watch My GP, Spider and Kenzo holding this building here. Rogue Nation pushing in from one side. Team Echelon pushing in from the other. Team Extra still have to be careful here. They don't get sandwiched between two teams. Rogue Nation are pushing up this ridgeline. They want to take advantage and third party this fight. Mondo's still bleeding out. We can hear shots raining out from Team Echelon as well as they begin to third party. We have been seeing a lot of teams fighting in Pubg in Group B of the No Mercy Cash Scrims this week. One's been knocked. Zoob could jump down here. Does spot out Rambo. Rogue Nation for the win. Getting taken out early game. Team Extra on 4 kills now. Jerry has been knocked. Sport is going for the revive. There is a lot of ground to cover between them. They should be able to get that revive off safely. Watch My Gameplay in big trouble here, though. They are stuck between two teams, and they are not going to be able to rotate out of this area. Let's look at the circle as it does close in onto circle number 1. We will see what circle 2 looks like in a second. We've got teams rotating in left, right, and center. Rivals in a battle with Team Plague here on the edge of circle here at a compound in Farm. Ninja pushing up. Black Label has been taken out by Icky with the Molotov. Molotov's the stairs. The blue zone does hit. Both of these teams fighting in the blue, but it's only circle 1. It's not going to do a huge amount of damage yet. Circle 2 does pop and it shifts again. Divinity getting the circle at the far north of the zone. It shifts further onto the Gatka area. Velocity Esports have taken the Gatka compound. Royal Flush are on their way. We'll keep an eye on the map to see if they do crash into that compound. Does look like they're rotating past to take that ridgeline in the dead center of zone. Max Official also in the circle. We've also got CO Revolution in a compound battle as well. But meanwhile, Rivals is pushing. They need to get this fight over and done with quickly before the play zone starts doing even more damage. Rivals Pain in that first person perspective mode. He's leading the charge. Entry fragging for his team. Comes around the corner. The rest of his team are able to get the knock and confirm there. But Team Plague have multiple players on the outside. Pain getting knocked here by Papaya. So just outside the circle are a couple of members of Team Plague able to take shots. Pong getting a knock with the Car 98K. From the blue, they are gatekeeping Rivals from getting into the zone, but they need to get into the zone themselves. There are a couple of teams here in this compound as well at the moment. We've got Max Eminet, Moshka Esports Nepal here. They are pushing in. They want to get into Group B. They are getting knocks left, right, and center. Almost getting the squad wipe, cleaning it up here. Bazza, Nemo, and Zano P as a 3-man team. How many kills do they have on the board? 3 already. Pushing this compound successfully and getting the squad wipe. Moshka Esports Nepal definitely looking like a Group A team tonight. Meanwhile, here at the edge of circle, we've got Victor Gaming here. They have gotten... It looks like they've taken out a couple of players here, getting a possible squad wipe or taking a few players out as teams make their rotation into circle. The next circle will be closing soon. We've got Dark Warriors rotating around the edge. CO Revolution down to 1 player. Team Plague still fighting Rivals at the edge of zone. Team Extra still fighting in Pachinki. It does look like they may have taken out Watch My Gameplay there, but they are fighting up against Echelon. So they have taken out Watch My Gameplay, but now with the clock ticking down to 0 and Circle 2 closing in. They have to take on Team Echelon. They do have a vehicle, but will it be enough to get them into the next circle? So we'll have a look at what's happening in the circle. Teams are just taking up positions here. It's been very bloody early game. We've lost a lot of teams in the early game. Now I'll put the links for the next stream in the chat so you guys can jump into that as well for Group A. Team Echelon, if they don't have a vehicle, they are going to have to figure out some way of getting into zone because Team Extra have backed out here. They've moved just onto the edge. They're looking to gatekeep. They've used smokes and a smoking UAS to make their way to this squad house compound just on the edge of Circle as Circle 2 closes in. Rivals also making their way to the edge of zone. Teams are just setting up in compounds. It'll be really interesting to see where this next shift goes. Divinity making their way just to the south of the Chopsticks area. They've got a very central position as well. And it looks like Max Official have been taken out. That could have been the team that Victor Gaming pushed into earlier. So we've got our next shift of the circle, and it is shifted. It is hard shifted back south towards Gatka. No team has the central compounds in zone. That real estate is up for grabs. We'll see Moshka Esports Nepal already on the move and it looks like they could be pushing towards the compound that CO Revolution Arena. You can see Bazas in the UAS making his way into circle, looking for the best compound in zone. Moshka Esports Nepal playing very well in our Group B today. I think we will be seeing this team, and we can see, look at the mini map now. Teams are flying in from all corners of the map. There is a lot of congestion on the eastern side and the northern side of the circle as teams are now jockeying for those central compounds. We see Royal Flush heading in there, Zero Death, Rivals, Divinity, Mongolians looking to take the ridge line. One of the members of Mongolians rotating right past Royal Flush Official. Shots, he is able to get past from them. Royal Flush taking shots at him, but not quickly enough. They will have to get a move on to see where to get as close to the center of zone as possible. When you get a zone around this area, the teams with the compounds do very well unless it does shift to the fields. We do still have two fields in play. We've got the fields of Gatka and the field south on the other side of that ridgeline to the west of where Moshka Esports Nepal is. If the zone shifts to either of those places, we're going to see some very crazy final circles. And if it shifts towards Quarry, we've got team number 4 here in the Quarry area. It's your funeral. These guys are making their way out near Dark Warriors, repositioning themselves. They are hoping for a Quarry shift. If we do get a Quarry shift, they'll be very well placed to take advantage of it. Victor Gaming opting to stay in their compounds. Team Echelon now making their way out of Pachinki. Finally, they've been in Pachinki for almost well over half of the game. We've got Team Extra holding this compound here just on the edge of circle. If they manage to get the next shift, it'll be a fantastic compound to hold. We've got now circle is closing in on circle 3, so we will keep an eye. It doesn't look like these teams are fighting. We've had quite a break in the action. Teams just opting to take it easy. You can see these teams really want to get into those top 5 positions. Only 5 positions available for teams to progress from Group B into Group A, and directly after this match, we will be starting the stream for Group A, so check that out. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. We will be streaming it to a different stream, so it will be on the YouTube channel, but I will be starting the stream all over again, so we're running 2 separate streams for Group A and Group B. Nemo. I saw Nemo. Oh, I thought that was here. Mayhem getting a quick knock with the M24. Circle has shifted. Moshka Esports Nepal have got the shift. Team Divinity, they're going to use that knock to get out. Zero Death rotating out. Rivals have to go for the revive. That's going to slow them down. Divinity, meanwhile, able to get a compound at the edge of Circle. Team Plague holding another compound at the edge of Circle as well. Mongolians are up on the hill. Moshka Esports Nepal, though, they have the best compound in zone. It has shifted to the southern part of the zone. Part of the circle is in. Now they're taking shots at Moshka Esports Nepal from their high ground position. That's going to alert Team Extra, though. Team Extra now pushing in. Team Extra looking to third party disengagement. Divinity New making a lot of noise but not getting a lot of knocks. Team Extra, they could push up here, take this compound. If they're not careful, if they don't spot this, we've got rivals in this area as well. Pushing up past Team Extra. Royal Flush we're seen in the kill feed too on the southern side of zone. They are in the vicinity of Zero Death, fighting over this ridge line here. Velocity Esports rotating past as well. Next circle is shifting in. Teams are just not given enough time before they have to get into the next circle. Mongolians taking shots at Zero Death, and Velocity Esports have pushed in as well. Third partying them from behind. Trix has been knocked. Scorch will be going to defend there and get to revive up. Prasan is the last player from Zero Death, caught between so many teams here. Blowing the vehicle for cover. Mongolians have an excellent position here. They are up against rivals as well, battling it out for control of this ridgeline. Meanwhile, Moshka Esports Nepal do have the compound with Divinity, and the zone shifts, and the zone has gone towards Quarry on this ridgeline. Rivals, Mongolians, Royal Flush, Zero Death have commanding positions in zone. Echelon pushing into this area, and Echelon almost taken out by Mongolians. Freak, the last player remaining. Freak just hiding behind this rock. He's stuck between rivals and Mongolians here. He's in a really bad position, but he does spot out Black Label, almost able to get a knock onto him. Black Label pushing up, but he gets caught by Black Label. Black Label now pushing onto Mongolians. Mongolians taking out rivals as well. Royal Flush just on the edge of circle here. We can hear a battle between Divinity and Velocity Esports. Velocity Esports getting taken out by Divinity New. Zero Death still standing strong. They've managed to get a revive up. 2 players remaining. Dark Warriors looking to make their way into the circle as well. What has happened to Moshka Esports Nepal? Moshka Esports Nepal now making their way up the hillside here. They are just on the edge of circle in this compound. Baz are taking shots at Team Extra as they rotate in. Team Extra just outside the circle. They're going to have to find their way in as well. Jerry still far outside the zone. Moshka Esports Nepal now in vehicles, looking to get their way in to the next zone. As the clock ticks down, Victor Gaming here. Victor Gaming now are pushing onto Mongolians. Mongolians, how many kills must these guys have? They're only on 3. They have been defending this position well, but they have not been converting it into kill points. Victor Gaming with multiple knocks here. Meanwhile, Royal Flush, 7 kills. Smoko, the IGL of Victor Gaming. Circle Next circle has popped, and it has gone on to Team Extra as the only player in the zone. Down to 11 players here in Circle 5. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath as teams fight to get into the next circle. Royal Flush making their rotation across Prasan. Taken out by Divinity New. Divinity New, 5 kills. Pushing along the ridgeline. Smokes go out to defend the loot. Moshka Esports still in this with a good positioning here. That could secure their spot for Group B. For Group A next week if they can come in the top 5 for Group B. Royal Flush need to make a rotation. They're getting into their vehicles, looking for a way into the circle. Meanwhile, Victor Gaming engaging with Moshka Esports, getting a knock on to Nemo here. Nemo quite separated from the rest of his team. Carnage looking for where the other players are. Carnage does start taking shots, caught out by Bazza. Bazza goes to revive Nemo. Circle is closing in though. Moshka Esports defending their side of the circle well. Divinity now moving in, getting engaged upon by Royal Flush here. Smoko from the blue looking to cause as much trouble as he can as he races towards circle. Divinity New in a battle now with Royal Flush. Sun though spots out, gets a couple of knocks, goes into FPP. Wolf is the last player left. Smoko getting that final kill there. Royal Flush sitting on 5 kills. We've got 4 teams left. It's Mongolian Team Extra, Royal Flush, and Moshka Esports Nepal. Zoob, 13 kills for Team Extra. That's going to push them right up the leaderboards, right next to the edge of zone. Moshka Esports down to 1 player. This looks like it's Royal Flush's game here right now. It's a 4v1v1v1 Mongolians with 1 player. Royal Flush flying into the third and final match of Group B with a full complement. Have used that to their advantage. And they are looking strong to take out this match. How did Zane get that knock? Zane getting a knock from the other side of the circle onto one of the members of Royal Flush just as the circle is about to shift. But how is he going to get into the next one? I don't think the only team that has the next circle is Royal Flush here. And these solos, I mean, they could start fighting each other. Zane moving around the side. If he spots out Sun behind that tree, could get himself another knock. Sun, though, able to get the frag there. We're down to 2 teams. It's Zoob and Royal Flush Official. Royal Flush Official looking to make their way back into Group A here by taking out game number 3. Royal Flush Official winning game number 3 of Group B. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. All 3 games done and dusted. Royal Flush Official with a fantastic chicken dinner there. They had 5, 10, 13 kills on the board. Team Extra, 12, 13 kills themselves. And Moshka Esports Nepal, very consistent tonight. They've won a game. They've been in the top 5 multiple times. And they finish up game number 3 in a 3rd position with 7 kills on the board. So well done to Moshka Esports Nepal and all our other Group B teams. We are going to go to Group A, ladies and gentlemen. I will post the stream in the chat so you guys can jump onto that. But that is Group B. Everybody will be back again for Group B next week. The top 5 teams from Group B will go into Group A in the next week's Cash Scrims. So jump into the stream for Group A, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be starting our first match very shortly.